In this support video, I'll show you how to change the print layout of the financial statements. So I'm in the AFS sheet in the financial statements template, and I'm just gonna go to the page break preview. So it's under the view tab, page break preview. If you're not familiar with page break preview, it shows you blue lines where the end of the pages are. And that's basically how the template will be printed. So the first section of the financial statements usually print correctly because the reports are set up one per page. So you can see everything looks fine. Director's report, your income statement, balance sheet, statement of changes to equity, and then your statement of cash flows. Then we get to the notes, and there may be some changes there. What we basically saying in the instructions is that if you don't require a note, you need to hide it instead of deleting it. If you delete amounts that are used elsewhere in the financial statements, you may encounter errors, where if you just hide the appropriate rows, you won't have any issues, and what's hidden isn't really important. It's what you can see. So that's our approach, and what you basically then need to do is change the note numbers and then hide the rows. So here we have, like, for example, note number 3, other income, which there's no amount, so we're taking it out. So to take the note number out, you just go into column A where it's calculated, and you just press the delete key on the keyboard. As you can see, it then has no note number, and the next one has been moved on. So I'm going to hide other income, and I'm going to hide finance cost because that's also null. So I'm just, to start off with, I'm going to run through all the notes that I'm going to hide and remove their note numbers. So profit before tax, that stays. Property, plant and equipment, intangible assets, I'm going to keep. I'm going to take out investments, there's nothing there, so that's coming out. Deferred tax I'm taking out. Let's see what else. Reserves, getting rid of that. Loans we'll keep. We'll remove finance leases, that's all null. No commitments under operating leases either. Contingent liabilities and events after the end of the reporting period, and that's basically it. So now I'll go back, and now you need to look at each page on its own. So we start from this point with the first note that we've removed. So the solid line means a static page break has been set. So before you evaluate a page, you go and move that downwards until it becomes a dotted line. Let me show you. So we're getting rid of other income and also finance costs. So I'm just right click and hide that section. So we start with profit before tax on this page, and then you have income tax, but now there's a solid blue line. We need to move this down as far as you want to. So you can see the next page will start there. So what that shows me is I can put this section of property, plant and equipment on this page, and it will fit. So I'm gonna, both sections won't fit judging by that where the dotted line is. So I'm basically, that's a page heading which we will need to move. So I'm gonna just go and insert 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then select the page heading, the entire rows, move it down, to there. And now I'm going to hide these empty rows, or delete them, sorry, delete them. And then I can see I can fit my page heading in there. So it's going to work. That section up top, and then I can move this page break. I can move up, and it's going to start there. The new page will start there with this section in the previous page. So usually when a note is split, it's better to just go and put that note heading in there again. So I'm just linking it. I don't want to copy it because that's a note. There's a note number there, and we want the same note number. So I'm just linking it, and then I want to add some text. So this is how you do it. You use the ampersand, and you're going to go space and go type in continued, close your bracket, and go sorry, I forgot to close quotation marks. Okay, there you go. So the font is a bit different, so I'm just going to copy that font so it looks the same, and there we go. So it's been added. Now we can just look through the notes. I see there's a amount here. That note also, we can just hide those rows. Let's do that. And then you have your intangible assets. Now again, it's a solid blue line. We're just dragging it downwards. We can go even more. So here we get to a section. So I see there's a column heading here that we need to get rid of. So I'm just going to hide it in this case, instead of moving it, because there's another note that I'm hiding here. So investments and deferred tax also needs to be hidden. Just be careful when you're hiding rows that you don't accidentally put a solid page break in the hidden section. What could happen is you may have an empty page between the pages that you've set up. So where you see solid lines, you always need to get rid of them, so that you have your dotted lines, which is the auto page break. So in this case, if we look at where our page starts, it's up there. So the next page is here, but I'm going to hide these notes. So we're going to hide this section. I can safely hide up to here. So we go hide. Then I can drag this down more, and I can hide this section as well. So up to, I don't like hiding rows with the page breaks on them, so I'm just doing hide there. So that looks good. This carrying that note's also null, so I'm just hiding that as well. And we're going to do this page break here, so just hide the empty ones. Okay, and then move this page break up there, so that page looks okay. Now we go down again, so 7, 8, 9, gonna just drag the solid line again down. Everything fits. 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna get rid of reserves, so I'm just dragging it down again until it's a dotted line. Then I'm hiding this section. Okay, and that just looks as if we're gonna not need that page break. Maybe I think it's not gonna fit this. We need to cut the page before, or break the page just before that heading. And then we move down. So loans we're gonna keep, but we're not keeping leases, so that's going to be hidden. and operating leases as well. So keep dragging down. So there's your dotted line for now. So loans we keep, leases we're hiding, and operating leases. So I'm hiding everything up to there. Hide. Okay, so we basically gonna need to hide these rows as well. I'm gonna go hide. Okay, and now I'm gonna drag this down even further. So that page starts at note number 11, 12, 13. Okay, so I'm just going to drag this down to the end, and then we're going to hide contingent liabilities and post balance sheet date events. Let's just see. Okay, so that looks fine. So if I go back to the top where I started with the notes, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, 8, 9, 10, then 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, it looks okay. So let's check the print preview. So we're going to go down here. So I know the top section's fine, so I'm just moving down. Okay, so from here is where we started. So from 2 there's 3, so this page looks fine. This page looks fine. This page looks fine. And then this page looks fine. So we can see there's 16 printed pages and all looking fine. So I can switch to normal view again, and then go to the setup sheet, and the total number of pages I'll now change to 16. So if you go to your AFS sheet again and you go up, and you'll see this index section that was 18, now 16. So now my table of contents also looks fine. And that's it. So it's a bit cumbersome for the first time that you do the financial statements for the particular entity, but after the first year you've already hidden all the notes that aren't applicable, and it should be much easier. Okay, you can go to our YouTube channel in the support section if you want to see more support videos.